we are getting married this year. Why am I getting married soon? If you know, you know. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a wedding catch-up and I think just like a life catch-up in general. I've missed you guys so much. I feel like I haven't filmed on my YouTube channel in a couple of weeks. I have been filming a lot of short form content I mentioned on my TikTok. I'll put that down below if you guys are curious and want to follow me on there. But yeah, this is gonna be a like FaceTime chat with a friend and I'm telling you guys all of the details because there has been a lot of things happening. And yeah, I'm just really excited to sit down and catch up with you guys because I feel like there's a lot of juicy information in this video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Raisa. I primarily talk about my personal finances, my small business, sometimes luxury goods, and lately I've been talking about my wedding because it's coming up sooner than expected. And yeah, if you're into that, make sure to subscribe down below. You guys, it is what day is it today? It is August 23rd. The last video I filmed, I'm pretty sure, was my money diaries for the month of August. I will do another money diaries for September, I mentioned, because I do have a sabbatical coming up in September, which I'm so excited about, and I can't wait to like film more videos for you guys because I just will have more time. I'm just really excited to have like more dedicated time for other hobbies and passions and things like that. So that is going to be coming up probably next week, but this video is just to catch up on all wedding related things. There's also going to be an unboxing in this video. We have something from Cartier that I want to show you guys. But yeah, I don't even know where to start. I guess what I'll start off with is our wedding date. So we booked a venue, which means we have a date secured. If you guys have watched my latest wedding diaries video, I'll link it over here if you haven't seen it yet, but I talk about not wanting to have the wedding kind of on my brain for an extended period of time. Not because I don't care about it, it's just because there's a lot I mentioned. I listed all the things that I have going on and I don't want to spend a ton of time thinking about a wedding just because the whole point of being married is being with your partner. And to me, at least, it's not about showing off on social media or having this big party or anything like that. I think it's great to celebrate your love. And for us, I think we're doing it in the way that makes sense for us and not for other people. So with that said, we are getting married this year. I got engaged in May, and I know the usual timeline is like a year or even a little bit longer, just depending on if you're saving money or if there's a venue in mind, etc. But we're getting married in October of this year, and I'm just so excited about it. Why am I getting married soon? I explained it to you guys, and I feel like if you are a true subscriber and have just been listening to all my rambles about the wedding, like it makes sense, like you guys get it. And I really don't explain any further than that. If you know, you know, basically. And if you don't, and if you're like, something's going on, she's pregnant, I'm not pregnant. I'm ready to be married to my person. I love that I'm in this phase and I'm really enjoying it. I don't need it to extend any longer than it needs to. So that's why we're getting married this year. We're getting married in October and we booked a venue here in Vancouver. So we made a lot of decisions since the last time I chatted with you guys. We booked a venue here in Vancouver and it's this cute little courtyard that is kind of like an indoor-outdoor vibe. And I'm really excited to be sharing all the details with you guys after the wedding. We also booked our photographer. I have a florist in mind. I haven't paid her deposit yet. I've got makeup and hair for myself and my family, so my mom and my mother-in-law. I did my makeup and hair trial. And I know I'm saying all these things and I'm listing them off and it feels like it's a lot, but it actually didn't feel rushed at all. Like I've done all of those things simply by emailing people and going back and forth, and it is taking up a lot of my time right now, but like I'm having fun with it, you know, like it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like I'm forcing anything, and that's what I don't want, is like to force something. So if a photographer that I like is like not available that date, like that's fine. It wasn't meant to be. Like let me move on to my other choices. And that's kind of how I'm approaching wedding planning, and it's just been really fun and I get to be really creative. Anyway, yeah, I booked my wedding hair and makeup and that turned out really great. The dress, oh my gosh, I need to I'm gonna insert a clip here about the dress. It is the middle of July and I just got my wedding dress. I have been trying on wedding dresses for the last 2 weeks here, mostly in Vancouver. I kind of have a idea of what kind of dress I want. It is mainly a like silky, sort of like slinky dress, which with a high neck. And that is kind of what I gravitated towards when I started to look for dresses. I was not prepared for how much wedding dresses would be. I kind of had an idea that my dress would be maybe around $3,000. Like I would feel comfortable spending that. It would all just come out of my own budget. Like no one's helping me pay for this. And if I really, really fall in love with the dress, maybe $5,000. And that does not even include tax or any alterations. So when I started to look at dresses, there was one that I fell in love with that was from Alexandra Greco. She is a New York City based designer and she just had a dress that was my vibe. I tried it on in the store and I was like, that could be a really good contender. And then I wanted to also try on some Daniel Frankel dresses. Unfortunately, the first bridal store didn't have her dresses, but they had it at another store. So I went to that shop the next week, which is the week we're currently in, and I wanted to just try it on. I knew Daniel Frankel dresses would be much more and pretty much out of my price range. They range from about $5,000 to $10,000 and like even more, but the average is probably $5,000, which is at the highest point of my personal budget. I still wanted to try it on though because I feel like that's not really gonna harm anyone. Why not? And as soon as I put it on, I like immediately fell in love with that dress. It was the best out of everything that I've tried on, I would say, but I just really couldn't justify the price. The stylist really glammed me up. She put on a veil on me and like she knew that I had something with that dress and that might be the one. So she was really, really selling me on it. She did such an awesome job. I do have both of my experiences at the bridal shop on my YouTube channel now, so I'll have those linked down below and up here if you're curious. I left my second appointment thinking that is the dress, but I can't afford it. How do I manifest $7,000? And I sat in that Uber on my way home just really rationalizing this and trying to see where I could get that money. But in reality, if I'm just wearing this for a couple hours for one day, I don't know if it's really worth that much. Like even if I could find $7,000, I just don't know if it's worth that much. Like when I show you guys the dress, it's a very simple dress. I could really find that anywhere else. So I was like, if I can find this secondhand or pay less money for this, like maybe, but I'm not married to this dress just because financially does not make sense. I cannot go into debt for a wedding dress. So with all of the research that I've done, I know that there is a secondhand sort of marketplace for wedding dresses called stillwhite.com. They do have some brand new dresses there. It could be a bride who just changed her mind or just went with a different dress. Or it's a bride, obviously, who just wore it one day for her wedding and just decided, I don't need to keep this, I could resell my dress. So I was going on stillwhite.com and I looked for Daniel Frankel dresses, the one specifically that I tried on at the second store, and they did have a couple, but just not in the condition that I wanted it in, obviously because it's secondhand. It could be very used or it could be dry cleaned, but there's like some little pulls on it. So I couldn't find one that was in the size that I wanted as well as the condition that I wanted it in. And I was like, I don't know. I kind of was losing hope a little bit. And then I thought back onto the Alexandra Greco dress that I initially tried on from my first bridal appointment. And I was like, maybe I could find that dress on stillwhite.com for a good price. And lo and behold, there was one listing and it was a brand new dress. So she ended up getting pregnant when she purchased the dress, but she ended up getting pregnant and didn't wear it. And it was in the size that I wanted it in the condition that I wanted it in, just brand new. The price was amazing. The dress retails for $4,000 and she put it for $2,500 Canadian. And that would be like the all-in price. And the kicker that kind of gave me the sign to be like, this might be your dress, you should purchase this, is that she was in the same city as I am. So this marketplace is worldwide, and the fact that she's in the same city as me, it kind of was like, maybe it's meant to be. Actually, the best thing about this is with Still White, you're able to put a bid on. So the person will put a price that they are comfortable selling it at, but you can put a bid of less if you kind of just wanted to see if the bride will accept it. I put down a bid that was the lowest that the system would let me, so I'm not sure what the percentage is, but I put down $1,700 or 1,750, and I pressed bid and she accepted, which was the sign for me to be like, okay, this is your dress. And I was so happy. She shipped it literally the next day via express post. This happened 2 days ago, you guys, and the box just arrived. So my dress is here. I'm so excited to open it and try it on, and I cannot wait to show you guys. We need to catch up. It has been 2 weeks since I filmed that last clip about the wedding dress that I purchased, and a lot has happened, if you can imagine, specifically on the dress front, but there's also been a lot going on in terms of wedding planning, so let's catch up. Basically, I tried on dresses at 2 bridal shops here in Vancouver, and I actually filmed both of them for you guys. I will have them linked over here. And that was a really fun experience. I loved going on my own just so that I can really be free to try on anything that I want and really think about the dress that I want to be in on my wedding day. I fell in love with one dress at the first bridal shop, and that is the dress that is in that box in that previous clip. And I also fell in love with another dress at the second bridal boutique. However, that was out of my price range. I ended up buying the first dress at the first store on stillwhite.com. It's the Alexandra Greco dress, which is the friendlier price point one. However, when it arrived, as you guys could tell from that clip, I was so happy. I was elated when it arrived. It was beautiful, it was perfect. And as the days went on, I just felt like there was something, I don't know, like a deep feeling inside of me, like that wasn't my dress. Like, I think I was happy because I saved so much money and I felt like I really got a good deal, especially because that dress was brand new and it was the dress that I thought I wanted, and I thought I could alter it in a way where it would look like the second dress. I think everything was leading up to me wanting to change the first dress into the dress that I actually wanted to have, but I don't think in hindsight that would have worked out just because of the way that the dress is structured. So I was delusional, I'll say. Anyway, I've had that dress in my closet, and over the last couple of days I've just been like really thinking about it, and I thought to myself that I would regret looking back on photos and looking at them thinking I should have gotten the dress that I really wanted, even though it's like $7,000. Yes, it's a lot of money for a couple of hours, but the photos are forever, and I just don't want to look back on photos and regret. I have been saving all this money. I'm so diligent. I'm so financially secure and happy, but why am I doing all of that for if not for myself, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to call it girl math. It's more so just like an internal feeling. Like, if I invest in that, it's kind of like investing in myself. So I ended up getting the $7,000 dress. I will have to do a full breakdown on how I got that dress, because the way that I got it is also kind of a funny story. So it's on the way. I believe it is arriving next week. I want to do my bridal hair and makeup, which I also booked, but that is scheduled for Thursday next week, and I'm hoping that the dress arrives by then so that I can do my hair, do my makeup, and then later on try on the dress, just so I have the full look going. But that is the current update. I think today we're also going to Indochino, which is where we're getting the tuxedo for my fiance, which is really exciting. And then at some point this weekend, we're also gonna pop into Cartier. But yeah, I just wanted to add this little clip in here about the dress because I feel like so much has happened and I haven't been able to talk to you guys about it. Yeah, you guys, like a lot has happened, but I'm like so excited to share everything with you guys because I don't know, like this feels like a big catch up with a friend. If you guys have questions or if I missed anything, leave them down below. I'm trying to think of what else. We have an officiant and we're going to be incorporating some Filipino traditions. My partner and I are both Filipino. In terms of guests, we are inviting immediate family only. And that was really intentional because we kind of wanted it like elopement style, but still within the beautiful city of Vancouver. And I think it made sense for us to just bring both of our immediate families here. And we're gonna be spending the entire week with them. They're gonna come here and spend a few more days afterwards. We're also going to Victoria for a little bit with them and just exploring that and, you know, just spending time with our loved ones. And it just feels really perfect and really us. Honeymoon, I feel like some people are thinking about honeymoon already. We are not going on a honeymoon this year, I don't think, just because of time away from work, etc. We might do it next year. I'll pause there. We got our wedding bands from Cartier and I want to unbox them in this video. I did do a short that I have posted already, so if you just want to see the rings, you can watch that short, but I wanted to talk about why we decided to go with Cartier, which ones we decided to go with, etc., in case you guys were thinking about going the Cartier route for wedding bands. I mean, you guys know I'm a big Cartier fan. I've always eyed their 1895 collection, so we didn't go with the love rings. That wasn't even in the question. Like, to me, I don't know. I personally don't like the love rings. So we decided to go with a very classic 1895 wedding bands from Cartier. I just feel like they're so timeless and classic. And I knew that that would look good for him and for me. And yeah, I feel like I didn't even really think about any other wedding bands other than the Cartier ones. So we booked an appointment at the Cartier store here in Vancouver about 2 weeks ago. They actually didn't have a lot of the sizes, so they gave us like really big rings to try on, and it looked really weird because it's like obviously isn't my size. And then we went with like a ring sizer just to see which size we should be ordering. So that was 2 weeks ago. And then we decided those were the rings that we wanted. I went with yellow gold. As you can see, my engagement ring is white gold, and my partner went with platinum for his wedding band. I was kind of humming and hawing about whether I should go with yellow gold because obviously it'll be like a mixed metal moment, and I actually quite like that. So I'm very happy that I went with yellow gold. I also went with a thicker band, which I'll show you. Yeah, I just like the timeless look of the Cartier bands. If you guys were thinking of Cartier, I mean, customer service, quality, etc. is amazing as always. So yeah, let's unbox. I ordered them online and I got them delivered at the Vancouver store. It comes with a cleaning kit, the authenticity certification, which looks like this. So we get one each. And then they also gave us like a little book, like a coffee table book. And we also got 2 cute little dust bags for the rings. So these are the rings. This is what the box looks like. I will show you his first if I can find it. But when you open the box, same with like a watch box, you open that up and it just slides out like this. So this is my partner's 1895 wedding band from Cartier. As I mentioned, he got the platinum one. It might be hard to see. Just a classic like platinum band. It's so beautiful. He loves it. I highly recommend trying these on in store, even just to see what width you want, because for him, he thought he wanted a like 3mm, but that felt a little bit too thin. He decided to go with 4. So this is a 4mm thickness, and it was perfect for him. Like, it wasn't too thick and it wasn't too thin. It was just like the perfect size. And for myself, I thought I wanted 4mm because, as I mentioned, I wanted a thicker band. But when I ended up trying on the 3.5, I felt like that was perfect. The 4 was a little bit too thick for me just because I feel like my fingers are a little bit thin. So this is what mine looks like. And this is the yellow gold. So I will put it on for you guys. And then there's obviously 2 ways of wearing it. You can have the wedding band over the engagement ring or the other way around. But I just love that look so much. It's now like a mixed metal moment. And if I just wanted the wedding ring on its own, I'll show you what that looks like. So this is what the band looks like on its own. And again, it just like stands on its own beautifully even without the engagement ring. And then if I have the engagement ring over, it looks like that. And also so beautiful. Like, this is my preferred way of wearing it. I'm obsessed. We both love our rings and we're gonna bring them back to Cartier for engravings. I haven't decided how we're going to engrave them. I definitely think we're gonna add like the date of our wedding on it, but I'm just really excited that these are here and we've decided that these are the ones that we're gonna go with. I need to show you guys my budget tracker for my wedding. I've been using it like every time that there's a payment coming out. It's just keeping me on track as to how we're tracking along in terms of finances for the wedding and like cash flow and things like that. But a lot of things have been booked and I'm trying to think. The reception hasn't been booked. We did reach out to a few restaurants here in Vancouver to do a like private dining situation. We have a short list and we're just finalizing that with the restaurants now, but that's not like officially booked yet. But yeah, I feel like I'm ready. I have my wedding shoes. I have that in a shorts video as well. I thought I would kind of splurge on my wedding shoes, but I decided because I spent so much money on the dress not to splurge so much. Plus, you're only really gonna wear them once unless you buy a pair that, I don't know, I just feel like the wedding shoes that I got are perfect and they don't need to be like $1,000. I feel like you guys are caught up on all things wedding. I mean, I ended here. Let me know if you have any questions or if I missed anything. I am still going to film my September money diaries that will go live next week. And yeah, I'm definitely going to do more videos when I'm on sabbatical. I just appreciate your support and patience. I feel like I took a bit of a break in the summertime, which is totally fine because everyone's out and about, not really watching YouTube videos. But if you made it this far, please comment a white heart so I know who the real ones are. And yeah, thank you so much. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye, you guys.